Good morning, Internet. Froggle here. Legacy United. Is this the best Transformers toy line? Obviously, I'm not that blinded by hype, and I'm not going to make that sort of assertion. But it looks really good, at least from a Wave 1 standpoint. So yeah, I don't talk about Transformers toys much on this channel, but I collect. I have pretty strong opinions on various Transformers toy lines, and I want to share them sometime soon. I want to get down to proper reviews sometime next year. So I figured today I would take a look at the recently revealed Transformers Legacy United toy line, and just, talk about what I think of the revealed figures and my predictions for how the line's going to pan out. Alright then, let's start off with the Deluxe, of which we saw first out of all of them. Animated Bumblebee. I think this looks like a really fun Deluxe. I get that a lot of people think it's kind of ugly looking. Proportionally, it ain't perfect, but I think it's one of the better attempts at G1ification, as people tend to put it. I think I really, really am excited for the Wasp retool of this. That it's kind of inevitable. Otherwise, it's alright. I like the alt mode a lot, though. Rescue Bots Chase. That looks really good. I'm glad to see this in Legacy. But what is this? What is this a retool of? What is this a pre-tool of? It's the head doesn't match the body. The body doesn't match the Rescue Bots character that much. I don't think the accessory is anything yet in the show. So what is this supposed to be a pre-tool for? Whose body is this? Alt mode looks good. Alright, Tigerhawk. This character is such an anomaly, and yet also somehow manages to be the most forgettable part of Beast Wars. I don't know if that says something about the character or Beast Wars, but yeah. The figure looks glorious. The paintwork is so good. I'm guessing this is going to be downscaled and retooled heavily into our boy Silverbolt for the Voyager listing we saw. But yeah, I really like it. Animated Prime is a great case of what quote-unquote G1ification can do to make a kind of ugly design. It's not bad, but the stylization just means that the proportions are weird and it would never be that great in toy form. But G1ifying it and turning the weird skinny legs into blocks and while keeping the cool stylized windows, it's just cool. I like what they did with it. Not huge on the alt mode, but it's pretty good. I'll probably pick it up. Windblade. I was so hyped for Shadow Striker. Then she turned out to be a boring pre-tool. And then I was so worried Windblade would end up being just animated Slipstream in red. But no, she's not. And she isn't that great either, though. Alt mode is actually, really ugly. The sword doesn't really look anything like it should. And generally, she's a bit proportionally whack. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say, but then again, that could just be Cyberverse fan copium. Because, if this figure doesn't sell well, then we probably aren't getting much more out of Cyberverse. I'm not mad, just disappointed. Thundertron. Prime Thundertron's original toy has, really poor color breakup, and I just cannot look at it visually without just squinting. This doesn't have that problem, but it is plagued with a pretty whack alt mode, and generally just not being a design I like that much in the first place. It's an upgrade over the original figure, but yeah, I think I'm gonna skip Thundertron. Now, let's talk about the Rocklord, but not actually Rocklords. Yeah, these things kind of perplex me. I don't get why they just didn't redesign the actual Rocklords. Boulder Crash, he looks cool, I guess. This guy looks awesome. Apparently these are new weaponizers as well, which I forgot to mention. And I think Rocklord weaponizers are a pretty cool concept. Just the texturing and detail on this guy really blows me away. And I like the alt mode a lot too. And finally, Legacy Tasmanian Kid. I think this guy's cute. I don't know much or anything about Beast Wars, Japanese Beast Wars stuff. But looks fine for what it is, and it's still something I'm going to skip. That's it. There's no more Legacy United figures to talk about. But I want to talk about myself instead, because I'm a selfish little guy. When I started this channel, when I started making videos on this channel properly, I started with an incredibly short one, and I intended to make a new video every month and try to make them progressively longer and longer. In my last video, it hit 10 minutes, and it also managed to be my most successful video ever, bordering on 1,000 views at this point. And so I was tasked with finding something else Transformers related I can talk about for 10 minutes, and I waited too long on that, and now I had to make the video within a week, and I just figured I'd pop one out about Legacy United. But I don't want to attempt stretching this out to 10 minutes because there isn't enough to talk about for 10 minutes, in my opinion. So, I just want to throw in a little segment here apologizing that, there goes that. But next month, I'm going to make a retrospective on my favorite Transformers show. Something that will be, at the very least, 12 or more minutes long, which I know probably doesn't seem like much, but I'm still very much an amateur at this. And for the few of you who are still out there watching this, come back next month. Maybe it'll be good.